And welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're moving into our first segment on this Fun Friday. This, of course, is our COVID relief, all courtesy Full Tech Systems. Thank you guys so very much for this segment. This one is actually about UB, the University of Belize and Student Government COVID-19 Relief Fund. In to talk to us about it, we've got Kelsey Cook, who is the president of the Belmopan Student Government, UB. We've got Steve Good Steve, President, Belize City Student Government, UB, and Amalia Ball, Faculty Senator for Education and Arts. All three of you guys, good morning and Happy New Year.
Good morning, guys. Happy New Year.
All right, so you know, I read over what you guys have, and I was thinking, man, back in my days at UB, back in what, 99, 2000, somewhere around there, it definitely was a lot of fun. But we know how things are at this particular point, and things are very tough for families across the country. But you guys actually are come up with an initiative to try and help out each other. Where did the initiative come from? That's the first question.
Well, to be quite honest, it was over last year during the summer. My student government and I were having a meeting, and we were planning, and we are actually discussing about our legacy project. And I came up with the idea, and I said, guys, why don't we do a relief fund? And they were like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, because I know that it is a struggle to go to school when we even have jobs,
Yeah.
And now that COVID had cut jobs, I said, you know what? I'm a struggling student. I understand what our students are going through.
Yeah.
So, you know what? This is something that needs to be done. And my SG was like, you know what? Yeah, definitely. We need to get at the drawing board. Let's plan and, get things done. And that's basically how it came up. That's how it came about.
So tell me something, what year are you in and what are you studying?
So I'm in my third year at the uni. I'm doing my bachelor's in history.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
That's nice.
And so let's move over to Belize City. I want to hear a bit about what you guys are doing first. What are you studying? What year you're in?
My name is Steve Good. I'm in my last semester right now studying marketing at the University of Belize. And when I was presented with this idea about the COVID-19 Relief Fund, I was like, wow, this is a very good initiative. Right now we should be taking this and going all out regardless. I want to thank Belmopan personally for the great idea. It was something better. It couldn't have been anything better, than that, to help students at a time like this where we have families struggling, parents losing jobs. The anxiety is up for students, being out in a full pandemic and worrying about school at the same time. The least we can do is just lend a helping hand assistance to them.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm very happy that I'm here today to be a part of it, and we're just trying our best to work together to do the best.
Yeah. Amalia, tell us a bit about Punta Gorda.
Good morning. My name is Amalia. I am in my second year, and I am an English major. And well, Punta Gorda was honestly very, very thankful because here in Punta Gorda, we have students that come from both rural and urban areas, and they are in need of assistance, and so we were very grateful.
All right. So let me ask, what's it like? Your friends and the people you know that go along with you to school. How many of them are working? How many of them are parents? How many of them are funded by parents or self-funded? Give us an idea of the landscape.
Well, doing bachelors at UB in the nighttime, basically you're surrounded by more of a mature audience of people within the ages of 25 to around 30. And a lot of these people work. And I noticed that when the pandemic hit Belize, a lot of them lost their jobs, and it's like, I don't work or anything. Well, I'm a fitness trainer, but that's my side, like my hobby. my parents take good care of me, you know. So to see that these people who go to work every day, not in 8 to 5, and then come off but and go to school, working so hard to lose their job, and then some of them are on monthly plans for school as well.
Yeah.
So it was very heartbreaking seeing that, okay, one pandemic hit the country, and boom, so many people has been unemployed.
What has been the biggest challenge right now with UB, and especially amidst this pandemic and having to do school online? How challenging is that for you guys? Steve?
Well, I wouldn't say, well, it has its challenges, its trials, and you know, but I said with good time management, you know, we work together with students very efficiently. We're on the go 24 and more, answering to emails, answering to phone calls. You know, students have our numbers personally, and our major team player, our MVP, is Dr. Queer, who's the head of team and student affairs. So whenever we're in problem or we don't know what to do, we go to him, and he's the light.
Okay.
All right. And
So, Kelsey, tell us the landscape in Belmopan. What's the students' situation?
Well, I would say that there's a large majority of working students at the Belmopan campus. Some students are funded by their parents, and you know, I've personally heard out students complaining. Well, not complaining, but you know, they spoke out during classes or even through via WhatsApp message, speaking about, you know what, I probably won't come back next semester because I probably won't even have the money to put down. And you know, that breaks my heart to hear that from other students, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of students that, you know, that say these things.
yeah, I could imagine. And Amalia, being down in Toledo, we do understand the challenges, especially for the fact that there are students from rural, like you mentioned, and from urban. At this particular point, you're not going to class in town. You guys would have to take class, especially for those urban, rural, you'd have to take class from your devices or online. Talk about the challenges that you guys are facing there when it comes to that, especially for these rural students. What are they telling you? What are they reaching out to the student government for?
Well, the major issue they have is that they're in rural areas. There is hardly any internet access due to some villages, like probably those in the border areas and villages of some sort. They don't even have light. So it is very hard for them to gain internet access. They would have to come all the way to town, and you know that is money. Everything needs money. They have to spend to come to town, and the university has made the computer lab accessible for them, but it still takes money for them to travel. So it has been very hard for them, but you know, they try to sacrifice everything to be a university graduate. And with the help of this fund, it will benefit them. So I encourage them to apply, because though it may not be much, but it is help for them to get that education. And there is a lot of them that mentioned that they don't think they would be able to do this semester because of that fact that they don't have the money. Many parents lost their jobs, and here a lot of people are funded by their parents, but also they try to go out and find a job to provide for themselves so that they don't have to put that strain on their parents.
Wow. So tell us about how you guys managed to raise the funds.
So the student government is allotted an amount of money every semester. In student fees, they are asked to pay student activity fees, and some of that money is allotted in our student account, in our HG account. And you know, I knew that we weren't coming back during the semester, so I said, you know what, the best way we can give back to our students is through this. You know?
Yeah. Wow. And then let's talk about indeed the fund and how students could be eligible to be a part of it. What must they do?
Well, we didn't want the application process to be tedious. So all we asked was for the students to use the link that is provided on the form, or they can call the number or email the email that's provided on the form to get the link. All you need is your student ID. You need to write a 300 to 500 word essay, and that's pretty much it. And your cumulative GPA as well. You have to provide your report card.
Yeah.
Okay. Of 2.7 grade point average?
Yes, at 2.75.
How many students are eligible for this, or how many students are you able to help, and what would be the dollar amount per?
So we're giving out 70, and it's 400 per student.
Okay.
$400 per student.
Okay.
That's a lot indeed. And is it shared equally amongst districts, or it's anybody who write this essay and is eligible?
Well, actually, not really. Belize City has provided for 15 students. Belmopan student government has taken the PG student government under a wing, the PG campus under a wing. So we are giving them 5 for PG campus, and we also have Central Farm campus under our wing, so we are taking care of Central Farm and our campus as well.
Okay. I just want to make a note, Central Farm campus, my alma mater, Faculty of Agriculture and Natural Resources, FANAR. Whoop, whoop. You know, just throwing that out there. But, it is definitely a great initiative. You did say that they must write this essay. What is the deadline to apply?
So the deadline to apply is next week, Friday. The application has been circling around for almost 2 weeks now. What we want to try to do is have the money being allotted in the student accounts by the ending of January, or, somewhere in the beginning of February.
Wow. All right. And so, upon receiving yes, you have gotten this amount of money. Do you guys pay for it, or you put it in the student's account, then they make their payment? How is that done?
So what we will do, if the student gets the grant, we will allot the money in their student account. They have, it depends. They have to allot a certain amount of money in their account just to say, I applied, I need to put down my percentage. And then, the money is further allotted, like I said, in the ending of January or the beginning of February.
Okay. So talk to me about, you are doing classes online at this time. How do you guys stay connected with each other? Because you seem to have a very good pulse of how other students are struggling.
So during classes, we use Zoom. And we usually use WhatsApp, email. Students email us. They do email us. And I personally have given out my number to students. So if students have something on their chest that they want to take off, they could, talk to me. If they have any issues, they could call me. I try my best to put myself out there, give out my number as such, because like you said, we're not on campus, so it's not like they could stop off by our office anymore.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's good. Definitely great leadership quality. How many applications have you guys received so far?
So far, we have 18 applications.
Wow. So it's racking up. And their deadline again is when?
Next week.
Next week, Friday.
All right. So they've got an entire week left to make that application. All they need to do is write an essay as to why they need this and submit that. That's all.
Yes.
But they need to use the link.
Yeah,
Yes.
They have to use the link.
How many students make up the student government?
Well, for Belmopan campus, it's 13.
Okay.
Belize City, we have 11 members, sorry, we have 11 members. And it's a total of 6 members on our Association of Student Government.
Yeah. And your term comes to an end when?
Sorry?
In the ending of June.
Okay.
The ending of this semester, actually. We're actually
Yeah,
looking
we
for
have
people
two
to.
here.
Yeah, we're actually looking for people to run for elections in April.
Okay. So, I mean, I think you noted very early on, Kelsey, that this is your legacy project. This is what you wanted to close off to be remembered as the student government representatives. I think it's so great that we can see that you are thinking about your other students and the needs that they have. Let me ask you from a personal standpoint, as young students in tertiary level, you know, you are hoping to, some of you in 1 year, some of you in 2 years, are hoping to enter the job market. As you see everything that's unfolding, what are your thoughts and concerns?
Whew, that's a good question. Actually, I'm actually looking forward to go studying outside. I'm actually I want to process applications to go outside and study. But, you know, coming back, I look forward to, you know, I heard that you know, if you want to work in foreign affairs, you have to intern first. So I guess I'd have to, I don't even, whew. You know,
That's a loss for words.
Yeah.
My personal point of view, I know it's kind of depressing to know that, you know, there's not jobs for us. And you have to create your own jobs.
Wow.
You know, there's nothing wrong with creating your own jobs. That's good. That's good, you know, but you know that depending on what you study.
Yeah.
So you know, for me, if I wanted to work besides say not working in foreign affairs, I would have to go into the education field and probably go and teach.
Yeah. Well, don't change your dreams yet,
Yeah.
right? This is where we are right now, and you plan to further your education. But I appreciate your honesty as to how you feel.
Yeah.
Amalia, tell me from your point of view. You're studying English.
Yes. Well, it's a bit scary, as she said, for seeing how the world has shifted.
Yeah.
But I have faith
Yeah.
in that things will turn out great.
Yeah.
So I am just finishing, I will be finishing then my associate. So I'm not really in a rush, but
Okay.
my dream is to become an English instructor as well, probably at the high school level. So
Yeah.
I think that jobs will be available, but in the case that they're not, there is always something that I can do with my education. So
Definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
And Mr. Good, it's all good for you?
I wouldn't say it's all good, to be honest. Like my colleagues have said, it is very scary, you know, in these times whereby you'll be applying for jobs, you know, and employers look at, you know, these are online students, you know, who just graduated. What is the integrity of their degree? You know, like, is it really worth it? They were online, you know, they go through the full process.
Yeah.
But I feel as if though that this generation of students and of kids in a whole, they're promoting more of an entrepreneurial mindset, like as Kelsey stated, you know, and I want to thank the university personally for having a course called Introduction to Entrepreneurship, whereby we have teachers who give you the full rundown of what it is to be an entrepreneur. They don't go by the book. We are being taught by actual entrepreneurs who they sit just from the beginning ground up. Okay, this is how I started. You know, you borrow from the bank. You know, you have to do your marketing. You know, in studying marketing, I feel as though Belize, we got a long way to go. So as the time progressed, you know, in starting digital marketing, I do have like a role in life where I'm secure to say, okay, maybe I have a job here and there. You know, and I do run my own business as well, and I'm planning to expand it and take it further, so that maybe in my 30s I could, like, you know, step back from the work field and go, like, just put my energy in my own job. I mean, in my own, you know, business, and just grow from there.
All right.
Right.
Well,
I do, I think one of the things that stands out is how quickly you talk about creating your own opportunities. And that in itself is a testament to the growth that's taking place in our society, that you see opportunities. As we said, this is where we are today. And I hope that you guys remain steadfast in pursuing your education and following up on those goals. One more time, how do people access the application for the grants? You're offering 70 overall, right?
So if students want, they can call the number that is on the form, or email the email that's on the form. The number that's on the form is my personal number.
Okay. And what's the deadline?
January 15th, that's next week Friday.
Next week Friday, all right. And it's just one essay and submitting the required documentation.
Yes.
Okay.
all right. Well, guys, thank you so very much. Excellent initiative, and we'd like to wish you guys all the very best, all right?
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here.
All right, Mr. Good.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right, Miss Amalia. And all right, Kelsey.
Bye.
What a conversation, Marlene. Very inspiring. Young UB students actually trying their best to help out each other. That's great. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. When we come back, though, we'll be joined by our lovely, lovely, lovely lady. We're talking Jenny Lovell. She'll be in with us to break it down, as she always does. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
This COVID update was brought to you by Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.